Okay, just to be fair, I'm going to have both cameras in 1080p.
Somebody told me this was a pointless experiment, but it's not a pointless experiment if somebody is interested in this camera and wants to see a real-world demonstration. This is not a review or a comparison of the Mavic Air 2. I bought this for FPV drones and also for sending a few of my old budget drones back in the sky and comparing the camera. And I already know this camera is 10 times better than 99% of those. You have to keep in mind, there is no gimbal. You will see a tilt in the horizon. But if you are going slow, this camera will correct itself. You can mount this in any which way you want, and the top is always the top. You can flip the image in the editor if you want. The camera has basically no settings except modes like camera, video, hyperlapse, and slow motion. No camera settings, no white balance, no shutter speed. So you get what you get, you take care of the rest in the editor. Now this makes sense because it records in 2K, but it exports in 1080p, which gives you a little bit of room to zoom and adjust colors in the editor. Everything's done in the editor. The better you are at editing, the better your images will look. You can also take the raw footage and put it in Adobe or LumaFusion and skip the Insta360 app completely. My only real con is that there's no way to view the video on the phone app while you're shooting or trying to frame your shot. It's only Bluetooth. It doesn't transmit images with a Wi-Fi live. You can get the fisheye out of the image in the editor. Apparently I didn't do it correctly, but you can make the video look like a normal 16:9 video and a few other formats. It's all done in the app editor, and I'm still learning the app. This camera's not made for drones, but FPV guys are using them for smaller race and freestyle drones that are too small for a GoPro. My Tiny Hawk was in a tragic accident right before I received that camera, so I put it on the Mavic Mini first, and now I'm trying it on the Mavic Air 2. It looks a lot better flying backwards. Actually, the camera tilt is down towards the earth. It was very windy when I did the Mavic Mini experiment. I had the Mini in the payload mode, but I still feel like it was really struggling with the extra weight and the drag. It struggles anyway in really windy conditions. It was windy for this flight too, but not as bad, and the Mavic Air 2 is having no problems hauling this little camera. I was going to try this on a Tello, but I don't think I would mount it like this if I did. It's not so much the weight, but the center of gravity and the way the wind could push the camera, the way it's sticking up like that. I'm afraid it might kill the Tello. Well, as you can probably see, the Mavic camera, for the most part, has its back to the sun, and the 360 camera is more or less facing the sun. The lighting conditions are not the best for the experiment, and my 5 minutes are almost up. The sun's about to go down, so I'm going to bring it in.